So we have yet another setback with Romeo Lavia, and once again, we don't know when the return date is going to be, but they are saying that it's probably not that serious. He might be back very, very soon, this, that, the other, but we know how this always ends up with Romeo Lavia, where he ends up missing quite a lot of matches, and he's already missed a lot of matches since we've bought him. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the other side of the coin, and welcome to your latest Chelsea news. Everything that's popping off over the last 24 hours. Some of the Premier League matches have just finished. We find ourselves in sixth position. Obviously, we've got a game in, not game in hand. We've got a game to play tomorrow this time around. We've got a match against Spurs where we should, I fully expect us to win, but we'll do the preview of that early UK morning live. Inshallah, hope everything is fine. Then we do that. And we'll talk about that at that moment. Yes, Manchester City are ahead of us. They've just beaten Leicester. Newcastle beat Brentford 2-1. Ipswich, ladies and gentlemen, beat Bournemouth, which is good news for us. Bournemouth is one of those other contenders. Aston Villa beat Brighton. Brighton is another, Aston Villa is also another one that's competing for that European spots. We'll talk about Delap as well. But first of all, ladies and gentlemen, we'll kick things off from here. Romeo Lavia breaking. Romeo Lavia has suffered a setback this week. Chelsea unsure when he will return. And the report continues to say Romeo Lavia has played 14 matches for Chelsea in 20 months. 14 matches in 20 months, not even a match a month. He started 9 games, completing 0. He's played more than 45 minutes just 7 times. That's incredible. Out of 14 matches, only played more than 45 minutes 7 times. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, we must talk about this. We must talk about this because we've spent a lot of money on this player. I know he's young. I get it. He's a talented player. But these things are really hampering our progress, are really hampering our balance in midfield. If you look at the midfielders we have, like the out-and-out genuine midfielders, you've got Enzo Fernandez, you got Moses Caicedo. We can't just keep using these two every single game. From here on, most games are important. In fact, all of the games are important. You're in the important stages of the Conference League, so you don't want to mess that about. And every Premier League game is going to be very, very crucial. And the out-and-out 2 midfielders that we've got is Caicedo and Enzo Fernandez. Caicedo is just 1 yellow card away from being banned for 2 matches. And Enzo Fernandez, God knows if we push him to the limits, hopefully he doesn't break down either. There are other midfielders like Matisse Omogo and whatnot. I don't think we're going to trust them. This is why Reece James has probably played in midfield in recent times, because we don't have cover. This is where we've screwed up in the January window. We have players like Andre Santos. We've got players like Ugochukwu. We didn't recall any of them back. We created this mess our own. Now, moving forward next season, we need to make a decision, man. Like, these things hamper the progression of the football club. And similarly, same energy goes for Reece James. Reece James might have found some, slight bit of rhythm in recent times, but he's a question mark. You just don't know when he might break down. So what do we do? What do we do, ladies and gentlemen? Next season, what do we do? It's not like the market, people are going to be jumping and trying to get the signature of Romeo Lavia because he's injury prone. Who's going to buy him? If you're a football club out there, why will you buy Romeo Lavia? Why are you taking that punt? Why are you taking that gamble? He's shown 0 signs, and I know this is not his fault. I get it. It's not his fault. He's not purposely getting injured. I get that, but he's an injury-prone player. He can't seem to come back. Every time he returns back to training, something happens to him again and again and again. Where he misses, last season was a write-off. This season has been a write-off. And he's meant to be one of our crucial players in midfield that allows Enzo Fernandez and Caicedo to boss a little bit more. Without his presence, it's difficult. Now, look, this is probably why I understand next season, players like Dario Sugu that we've bought from Sporting, I get it. I think they're going to get minutes. They're definitely going to get minutes. Romeo Lavia, it's going to be very difficult. I don't think we can get rid of him. The wages are probably not the factor. It's more who's going to come and get him. Who's going to pay a decent amount of money to take him off our books? I think we paid about £55 million. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section. But ultimately, if we don't get at least 40 million, then it's a big loss. It's a huge loss, and we can't be making losses. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me know your thoughts about this. This is from Chelsea Empire. He's a massive follower of the channel. This is what he had to say. Romeo Lavia has got to be one of, if not the most injury-prone player in world football. Highly talented player, but never available when most needed. We better hope Caicedo doesn't get a yellow and miss games. We need Champions League. 100% we need Champions League. Look at this. Let me see if I can increase that. There you go. Look at the amount of days he's missed. 51 days, 30 days, 24 days, 186 days, 36 days, 57 days. Like, it's just incredible, man. It's incredible. The games missed. Look at the number of games missed, man, every season. Incredible. Last season, 2023-2024 season, 43 matches. And this season, 19 matches already. So we cannot be moving like this next season. And if we do move with him next season, we have to find, well, I guess this is why Dario Sugu. We've found solutions. And Andre Santos as well. Of course, how can I forget Andre Santos? He's going to be back. There's no way we can sell Andre Santos. Absolutely zero way we can sell Andre Santos. Andre Santos is going to be the most important player. Seriously, in midfield especially. So if we entertain any of these selling business and we still keep Romeo Lavia and then we wonder next season why we short in midfield, yeah, well, we've only got ourselves to blame. Ladies and gentlemen, let me know your thoughts in regards to Romeo Lavia. Now, some interesting update from Max. I think it encapsulates everything that's happening at the moment. So we'll go through this. Matt Law update on London is Blue Pod. Some interesting comments here from Matt Law. One of Petrovic or Sanchez is getting sold. So it looks like Penders and Jurgensen are staying. So Penders is probably going to get loaned. Jurgensen is staying as a number one, number two, whatever. He's going to try and compete for it. And then it's between Petrovic or Sanchez. Now, I don't know how good the market is for Sanchez. I'm not really sure how many suitors are there for Sanchez. You best believe there'll be suitors for Petrovic after a very good, glamorous season, you could say, for Strasbourg. So I'm very worried about this situation. And don't be surprised if Petrovic is the one that gets sold, because Sanchez is not really sellable. Club will only move for a GK if a superstar becomes available. If a superstar. So what does that mean? Like another kid? Are we talking about someone who's already prime goalkeeper right now? We don't need another kid. You got Penders, you got Jurgensen. If you're going to get a goalkeeper, you need to get an elite goalkeeper right away. Someone with elite level of experience. You need a superstar. Anyway, Harmanson from Leicester was deemed too short and not good enough in the air. Well, there you go. So I think Maresca is a big fan of Harmanson. Delap, Sesko, and Osimhen on the list. Osimhen, by the way, scored today against Fenerbahce in the Turkish Cup. Big chaos over there, by the way. Check that out. Jose Mourinho post-match. Oh, my God. Galatasaray and Fenerbahce, one of the wildest rivalries, man, and some crazy stuff has happened post-match. So do check that out. Osimhen scored, I believe he scored both the goals. Let me have a quick look. I'm pretty sure he scored both the goals. Liverpool still winning against Everton. Galatasaray 2-1, and Osimhen scored both. There you go. So look, still my target, Osimhen. If we are able to get Osimhen, fantastic. I know Delap is in the list, and Delap scored the winner against Bournemouth, which is pretty big. Nice, lovely goal. We're going to talk about Delap. Look, Delap, he's a good player. Don't get me wrong. But he's a kid, man. We don't need to add another kid. However, having said that, let's check this out. Some very, very interesting situations been mentioned here. It's a guess, but I could see a scenario where Jackson gets sold this summer. There you go. This is what Matt Law's saying. He's guessing. I can't see anywhere how we get rid of Jackson, He's developing well. Let's see where it goes. You only hope that he's going to get better and better. Selling Jackson, once you sell Jackson, okay, then of course you're going to have to get Delap. But but I'd like to see an experienced striker come in, the likes of Osimhen. I wouldn't mind Osimhen and Delap, to be honest, if we do end up getting rid of Jackson. But I would find it very strange if we actually got rid of Jackson. I think he's developing nicely, and he can hopefully only improve from here on in, especially his finishing. Every other facet of his game is actually pretty good. But, could it be Blueco doing Blueco stuff where they might see that Jackson's market price is at its peak at the moment, and there's a lot of suitors out there, and they just want to cash in right now. I don't know. We'll see. Todd Bowley wants a multi-sport new Chelsea stadium, whereas I think Iqbal is more interested about stand-by-stand redevelopment as opposed to a multi-sport. But I think we do need what Todd Bowley is saying. We need a huge stadium, hopefully in Earl's Court. Whether it happens or not, I don't think so. But we need a brand spanking new stadium with a capacity of minimum 80,000. Big clubs like Chelsea Football Club need a huge stadium. So I understand where Todd Bowley is coming from. And if that's not the case, and there seems to be a disagreement with the ownership, then check this out. Ownership situation is concerning and could come to a head this summer, with either side needing at least 1.5 billion net to buy out. So let's watch this space. This summer, I believe if one of these situations, especially the stadium one, there's a disagreement between the owners, I think Clear Lake will buy out Todd Bowley. Todd Bowley wouldn't want to stick around anymore, because I think one of the biggest factors for him to buy Chelsea Football Club was the fact that we were going to get a new stadium. And I'm pretty sure that was the case with Clear Lake Capital as well, but there's a lot of restrictions around that whole situation. Paez, Santos, Penders, Petrovic, Mamadou Sarr heading to Club World Cup, which is fantastic. Santos being back will mean a lot for us. Petrovic, obviously, Mamadou Sarr, all of these Strasbourg players coming back, which is great. Now, ladies and gentlemen, as I said, Liam Delap, I keep thinking about Rory Delap, his father, scored the winner against Bournemouth. It's 2-1. Bournemouth did end up scoring right at the end. Check this goal out. I'm not going to play the entire clip because I'll get in trouble, but I'm just going to roll it slowly and you guys will see. So Delap gets the ball, holds it up nicely, and waits till there's support, lays it off, gets the cutback. Lovely cutback, to be honest. And look at Delap's movement. That's an intelligent footballer. He's moving into space. He doesn't want to. I love how many strikers could just stand there. I love how he goes into a position where there's space and he's avoiding traffic. So then the ball trickles through right in the middle. Delap attacks the ball nicely, looks for the opening, and boom, absolutely rattles the goals. Fantastic goal. Look, as I said, he's a good player. I've never said that he's not a good player. He's a very, very good player, but he's a young player, a player that we probably need to be patient with. And do we have the time to be patient with him as well? We need to move on now. We need to start competing for top things. We shouldn't be focused on just simply development. So let's see what happens. I won't be too upset, but at the same time, I'd want Osimhen as well. And if that means then we get rid of Jackson, well, I don't personally want to get rid of him, but if it means that we upgrade and want to compete for the highest level, then fair enough. But I don't really want to get rid of Jackson. I think he's showing good signs of development. So let's see what happens. Ladies and gentlemen, let me know your thoughts in regards to whole Delap, Jackson, Osimhen. Do you want him? Do you not? Are we going to get him? Probably not. But most importantly, talk about Romeo Lavia in the comment section. I shall see you guys in the live session tomorrow, hopefully, God willing, for the match preview against Spurs. And then we've got the watch along as well. So see you very, very soon, inshallah. Until then, everyone, take care. See ya. Goodbye.